Thinking about moving to Sweden? You are not alone. Many people dream of its beautiful nature, great work-life balance, strong social safety nets. It is known for innovation, design, a culture of lagom. But making that dream real takes more than packing a bag. Moving abroad is a huge undertaking. It involves paperwork, patience, careful planning. This guide will help you navigate the process. It is a step-by-step map for your journey. This is for anyone considering a move to Sweden, whether you are from the EU or from elsewhere in the world. We will break down the essential steps. We will cover legal requirements, the job market, the tricky housing situation. The goal: give you a clear, honest, practical overview. Replace your guesswork with a solid plan. Moving is stressful enough without feeling lost. We will walk the process in the order you will face it. First legal paths, then finding a job, often the key. After that housing, and first steps like getting your personal number and opening a bank account. We will talk honestly about learning Swedish and understanding local culture. Your legal path to Sweden depends entirely on your citizenship. This is the very first thing you need to understand. The rules are very different for EU/EEA citizens compared to non-EU/EEA citizens. For those from an EU or EEA country, the process is much simpler. You have the right of residence. You can move to Sweden and look for a job without needing a permit first. You can stay for up to 3 months without any formalities. A short stay gives you a chance to get a feel for the country before you commit. If you plan to stay longer than 3 months, you must register your right of residence. You do this with the Swedish tax agency, Skatteverket. This is an important step. To register, you must prove you can support yourself. Employment, running your own business, studying, or having sufficient funds to live on. Once registered and approved, you will get a Swedish personal identity number, personnummer. This number is your gateway to Swedish society, healthcare, phone contracts. For citizens outside the EU/EEA, the journey starts before you leave home. You must have a permit before you travel to Sweden. The main authority is the Swedish migration agency, Migrationsverket. The most common route is securing a job offer first. Your future employer usually starts the work permit application for you. Other routes include studying at a university, joining a close family member, or starting a business. Each permit has specific and strict requirements. The application process can be long and needs lots of documents: passport, job offer details, proof of qualifications. Check the official Migrationsverket website for current rules and forms. Do not rely on old forum or blog posts. Rules can and do change. Key takeaway: if you are non-EU, you must have your permit approved before you move. Trying to do it after you arrive will not work and will only lead to problems. For most people, finding a job is the most critical part of moving to Sweden. It is not just about income. For non-EU citizens, a job offer is the ticket to getting a work permit. The Swedish job market has high demand in certain sectors: technology, engineering, healthcare, skilled trades. If your skills fall into one of these categories, you have a significant advantage. Many international companies, especially in the tech industry, use English as their primary language. This can make the transition easier for expats who have not yet mastered Swedish. Your job search should start online. The biggest official job portal is run by the Swedish Public Employment Service, called Arbetsförmedlingen. It lists thousands of jobs across the country. Other excellent resources include LinkedIn, which is very popular in Sweden for professional networking. Blocket Job, Indeed, and the local jobs are also worth checking daily. Tailor your resume and cover letter to Swedish standards. They tend to be straightforward and factual, usually no more than 1 or 2 pages. Emphasize your skills and experience clearly and concisely. While you can find jobs in English, learning Swedish will open up many more opportunities. Even basic conversational skills show employers you are serious about integrating. It expands your job search beyond just large international corporations. Many smaller companies and public sector jobs will require fluency. Do not underestimate the power of networking. Attend industry meetups, connect with people on LinkedIn, and let everyone know you are looking for work. Swedes can be reserved, but professional connections are still very valuable. A referral can often get your resume to the top of the pile. Be prepared for the job search to take time. 3 to 6 months is not unusual, especially from abroad. Be persistent and patient. Apply for many positions and do not get discouraged by rejections. Every application is practice. If you are an EU citizen, being in country helps you attend interviews in person. Finding a place to live is one of the biggest challenges you will face when moving to Sweden. This is especially true in major cities like Stockholm, Gothenburg, Malmö. The demand for rental apartments far exceeds the supply. This creates a very competitive market with long waiting times. Many people start with a short-term second-hand contract, known as an andrahand contract. That means you are renting from the primary contract holder, not the landlord. These are common, but often more expensive and less secure. Your search for housing will primarily happen online. Blocket Bostad, Casa, Samtrig, Bostad Direct. For buying property, Hemnet. Set up alerts for new listings so you can act fast. When you see something you like, be quick to contact the advertiser. Write a friendly and informative message about who you are, why you are moving, and that you have a stable income. This personal touch can help you stand out from other applicants. A word of caution: be very careful of scams. Never, ever pay a deposit or any money before you have seen the apartment and signed a legitimate contract. If you are not in Sweden yet, ask for a live video tour. Request the person's ID and proof they have the right to rent out the property. If a deal seems too good to be true, it is almost certainly a scam. Trust your gut. One strategy is to look outside the biggest city centers. Consider suburbs or smaller nearby towns. Your commute might be a little longer, but your chances of finding an affordable place will increase dramatically. Public transportation in Sweden is excellent. Joining local Facebook housing groups can be helpful. Sometimes rooms appear there first. Patience and persistence are your best allies in the housing hunt. Once you have arrived in Sweden and have a place to stay, your next priority is to get your administrative life in order. The single most important step is getting your personnummer, the Swedish personal identity number. As mentioned, for EU citizens, this involves registering with the Swedish tax agency, Skatteverket. For non-EU citizens, it is typically assigned as part of your residence permit card. This 10 or 12-digit number is your key to everything. You will need it to open a bank account, get a phone plan, sign up for utilities, access healthcare. Your next stop should be the bank. Opening a Swedish bank account is crucial for receiving a salary and paying bills. You will generally need your passport and your personnummer. Some banks may also require a Swedish ID card or proof of address. Visit a few different banks like Swedbank, SEB, Nordea to compare offers and requirements. Once your account is open, be sure to get bank ID, essential for banking and e-signatures. With your bank sorted, get a Swedish mobile plan and set up home insurance, hemförsäkring. It covers belongings, often liability and travel protection, and many landlords require it. Register with the Swedish Social Insurance Agency, Försäkringskassan, for benefits like parental leave and child allowances. Keep all documents, letters, and reference numbers organized. If you are staying long-term, consider a Swedish ID card from Skatteverket. While your passport or residence card works, the ID card is convenient and widely accepted, from picking up packages to proving your age. Many people move to Sweden thinking everyone speaks perfect English. Swedes in cities often have excellent English, but do not rely on it forever. To truly integrate, find a wider range of jobs, build meaningful friendships, you need to learn Swedish. The government offers free SFI classes. Sign up, it is a great starting point. SFI will teach basics and Swedish society, but have realistic expectations. The pace can be slow, mixed levels, and SFI alone is often not enough for professional fluency. Think of SFI as a foundation. Supplement with other methods. Immerse daily. Switch your phone and socials to Swedish. Watch SVT, play with subtitles, listen to music and podcasts, and speak in daily life even if awkward. Order your coffee in Swedish. The more you use it, the more confident you will become. If your career depends on fluency, consider private tutoring, intensive courses, or specialized coaching. Services like Verbal Edge focus on practical communication for professionals. Find a språkvän. Be proactive. Learning Swedish is a marathon, not a sprint. Moving to Sweden is also about culture. Swedes can be reserved. Silence is comfortable. Learn lagom. Not too much, not too little, just right. And the preference for consensus and modesty. Fika is a social ritual. Pause, chat, enjoy coffee and a pastry. Moving to a new country like Sweden is a massive life change. Exciting, but filled with challenges. You will deal with paperwork, struggle to find an apartment, stumble over new words. This is all part of the process. Plan thoroughly. The more you research and prepare before you go, the smoother your transition will be. Create a realistic budget. The first months can be expensive before a regular salary. Save more than you think. Give a generous job search timeline, organize documents and translations, and use a checklist. Think strategically about location. Big cities have more jobs but higher costs and fierce housing. Smaller cities can mean better quality of life, lower rent, and community. Use official sources, Migrationsverket and Skatteverket, for accurate, up-to-date guidance. Be prepared, stay flexible, and be kind to yourself. If you want to accelerate professional communication, consider specialized coaching from a service like Verbal Edge to give you that extra boost.